Hello, everybody, and welcome back to What Did We Just Remember? This is Corey,
Hey, how you doing?
and I'm Dustin. Today, we are going to be doing a little bit differently. We're going to be talking about this question that has been raging furious debates on the internet for years. The question
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
we have the definitive answer, and you won't be able to hide behind anything after today. We're going to give you all the facts to let you know once and for all if it is.
And if anybody says different than us, they're wrong.
Yes, because we are people on the internet, so our opinion is right.
Yes.
So, for people who've lived under a rock, tell them about Die Hard.
So, Die Hard, the Christmas movie,
Yes.
is
Spoiler.
basically about your friend John McClane, who's coming home for Christmas to see his divorced wife and kids from New York. They're in L.A. and catches a plane, lands. Now, mind you, his wife is a pretty high-end. I don't know, what is she? A secretary or something?
No,
Or
she's not
something high
high
up.
in this like tech firm or something.
Yeah.
Bank, I don't know.
It's a
But-
Japanese company.
Yeah,
I know
it's
that.
all you need to know is like it's a high end company, and she's working her way up, and she's got a good job.
Yeah, she's got a good job. So apparently they've had some marital problems. They split. He's coming to see her and the kids for Christmas, and all hell breaks loose when he meets up with her at her Christmas party in the Nakatomi Plaza building.
Yeah.
And all mayhem ensues. You got terrorists. Actually, not terrorists. They're bank robbers, come to find out, because they're trying to get the money out of the vault.
Yeah.
And he's attempting to stop them. And, explosions, guns, blood, guts, everything in a good movie, that good Christmas movie should be, is
Yes.
part of this.
But they do disguise themselves as terrorists because they're telling the cops they
Yeah.
got like this long list of prisoners.
That's
released.
right.
But the whole thing is they're just trying to like steal money.
Yeah, they're trying to steal these bonds or something that they've got in the vault. And they're doing a really good job of trying to play it off like they want these people released.
Yeah, it keeps the cops guessing that that's part of the greatness of this movie. And no one really like denies this movie's great. The only question is it a Christmas movie or not?
Which it is.
So the spoiler is yes, we both believe so. What are the main reasons why you think it is?
Well, spoiler number one, it's on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
I mean, literally, the movie happens on Christmas Eve, and just because it's in LA and there's no snow and no Hallmark Channel, stuff going on, it is a Christmas movie. He is trying to get back to his family. He is trying to see his kids.
Yeah.
He did bring presents.
He did bring presents. And so the setting alone, that's what people say is like not enough to make it a Christmas movie. But what Christmas is really about, other than Christ, is being with your family. So he was wanting nothing more than to be with his family because it is Christmas. He's wanting, it's about giving. He's given these criminals the business the whole movie.
He's giving them back their bullets.
Yeah, and on top of that, like the iconic scene with when he kills the one of the German brothers and writes "Ho ho ho."
Oh, yeah.
Now I have a machine gun. So it shows that he's in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, and there's a lot more subtle nuances to it. If you actually sit down and watch the movie, they actually use a lot of Christmas music.
Yeah.
Either sped up, slowed down, or in a different tone in the movie for the action sequences and stuff like that. So if you got a good ear, you can actually go through and hear Christmas music, but just kind of either tweaked a little bit to represent an action scene or something.
Yeah, and then that scene where it gets picked up at the beginning in the limo.
Oh, yeah, the Christmas rap song.
Yeah, Christmas. I think it's Christmas in Hollis.
Something like that.
So that's like letting you, because he's on the plane on Christmas. He's going to a Christmas party at the airport. It's like Christmas everywhere. And then in the limo, they have this, this Christmas rap song, Christmas in Hollis, playing to get you in the Christmas spirit.
Right.
Like they're going out of their way to make you feel the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, it's subtle, but it's all there.
Yeah, some of it's not even like throughout the movie is subtle, but like at the beginning, I think they really went out of their way to show that it is indeed a Christmas movie.
They're setting the scene for a Christmas party. There's everything is got a Christmas theme to it, even though it is one of those stuck up 80s high shoulder pad wearing suit wearing crowd.
Tons of Coke everywhere.
Oh yeah, definitely the. And it's kind of funny because you start to see some of that in the movie just at the very beginning, where this guy's from New York, but he's coming into California.
Yeah.
And like, he's just looking around going, damn.
It's just funny things have not changed. That movie's like 40
Oh, yeah.
years old, and like people still feel the same way. It's like a bunch of idiots out here in California.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that there's no doubt, like, and you know, so like you take the most iconic Christmas movie of the time, like, you know, Miracle on 34th Street. That one's like obvious, like no doubt about it. This one, since it's an action movie, I get why people would think, but if
Every time a bell rings, a terrorist gets shot.
pops a cap in his
Pops a
ass.
cap in his ass.
Yeah, I think that this because like in all like seriousness, like he's just trying to get back to his family.
Oh yeah, the whole thing is the bank robbers are like, you know, threatening his wife.
Yeah,
which he does still have feelings for.
Yeah,
and I think she does for him.
Yeah,
they're just like trying to work him out type thing.
Because they're trying to they go to where they're going to be intimate kind of,
Yeah.
and then like he just says something because he can't help himself, like he just
Yeah.
gets himself in trouble. It's like, oh god damn it, John.
Yeah,
If you've ever been married, you'll know. You can tell.
Shh, you're gonna get me in trouble.
You get yourself in trouble.
Well, yeah, I know. But yeah, but for sure, it's definitely going to be a Christmas movie. You know, hands down. I mean, there's a bunch of other movies out there that have kind of done the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'd call them the anti-Christmas movies, or the non-Christmas Christmas movies.
Oh yeah, like there's a lot of other ones that are similar, but this one is kind of more straightforward. Now the other ones that we were thinking of today, they're a little bit
of a stretch. They happen around the same time frame.
Yeah, so the first one on our list would be, this one's actually the closest, and I think this one's actually, you could even argue that it's more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard, is Gremlins.
Yeah.
Because
he gets it for a Christmas present.
He gets it for a Christmas present, and if you haven't seen Gremlins, these little tiny, really cute, it was basically Baby Yoda before Baby Yoda.
Oh yeah,
and
they were all over the place too. I remember when that Gremlins came out. I was still pretty young, but I remember them being everywhere.
Yeah, because this movie came out when we were like shitting our pants still, pretty much, and then
still do that now.
So like I said, when we're shitting our pants. But there's these little cute creatures, and there's some rules, and like one of them is you can't feed them after midnight.
Yep.
Which that always confused me because like, well, which time zone do you go off? The current time zone? That's like kind of a hack thing to say, but seriously.
Yeah.
And wouldn't 8 a.m. the next morning be after midnight technically? Anyway, so you can imagine what happens. They get fed after midnight, and then water makes them multiply. And what was the other thing? Light kills them? Was it?
I don't remember.
I don't remember the other rule.
It was so long ago, and I've taken so many shits.
The most important thing was don't feed them after midnight, and they turn into these like gross versions of the Gremlins. And
basically, it's like a Baby Yoda on crack.
Yeah.
Crackhead Baby Yoda.
And instead of being all fun and games, they start killing people and like destroying the town. And so the town basically has to fight back, and you know they fight them off at the end, of course. But so this one is like pretty straightforward too, because like I said, you get them as a Christmas gift. It's like if you look at any scene from the movie, it's like Christmas everywhere.
Oh yeah, yeah. If I remember going through the town and stuff, they've got the Christmas decorations up.
Yeah.
Was there a Christmas parade in there? If I remember right.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but I think there was, and then there was. Although back then it wasn't really so much a thing, but they all went to the movies at one point, and
the movies. What the hell is that? They don't have streaming?
No.
What the hell?
No, they had to. Back in the day, you had to go to this building, and you pay, and you sit down in the dark with a bunch of strangers.
That's bullshit.
I know.
I had to leave my house.
So, yeah. So you agree on Gremlins too, right?
Oh yeah, Gremlins is definitely. I mean, at one point, if you're going through the movie, I remember one of the main Gremlins having a stocking, Christmas stocking on, running around.
Yeah.
Terrorizing somebody.
I need to rewatch this because it's probably been about 7 to 10 years since I've seen it, and I don't. Yeah. Before that, it was like 20. So
yeah.
Have you ever seen the sequel?
Which one? Did they do like a 2? And did they ever make a 3?
I don't think they made a 3.
But they made a 2.
They definitely made 2. It's where it's in this big. It's kind of like the Nakatomi building.
Because it.
It's kind of wild. Like it goes way off the rails. Like there's all these different Gremlins with different like personalities. There's like one that becomes Batman. Like Hulk Hogan's in the movie. Like,
there's your first problem.
A cameo. What's the Gizmo is the main good? He's the only good Gremlin.
He's the only one that doesn't transform. Is still fuzzy and cute.
He has a full on Rambo arc where he turns into Rambo.
Now I'm gonna have to watch it.
It's actually a really fun movie. It's not like the best, but if you just watch it just to have a good time, it's great. That one I don't think is a Christmas movie.
The second one, nah, I don't.
I'm pretty sure.
It doesn't sound like it.
So we agree so far. Die Hard 100%.
Oh yeah.
Gremlins 100%. Mm-hmm. The next one you're gonna have to help me out with Lethal Weapon.
Okay, I could see Lethal Weapon because it was shot during the winter time.
Yeah. The first scene, aren't they at a Christmas tree lot?
I think so.
Where he's like where Mel Gibson is undercover and he.
Yes,
I don't remember a lot about this movie
so.
except for the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
But the end is where he has to. Do you remember how it ends? Whatever crime syndicate they're fighting.
I know they blow his boat up, or is that the third one?
That might be the third one.
I know he's working on a boat or something. I remember the boat.
That's the third one, I think.
Okay.
This one, like they are uncovering the crime syndicate, and at the very end, like there's like 30 cops and Mel Gibson, and there's only one of the bad guys left. I think it's Gary Busey, and like they just like
light him up.
No, they just like they let him fight him one-on-one.
Oh, nice.
Just like the perfect 80s action, like, ridiculous part.
Yeah, it would never happen from real life.
So they're fighting, and it's like a ruthless fight to the death. And like I think he like snaps his neck with his legs or something.
This is the standard 1980s and 90s death scene.
So instead of taking him into custody, he just murders him, like because that's what that is murder. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
at this point, yeah.
I don't think it's bad, but it's just shit that would never happen.
I mean, it is Busey anyway, but still.
So based upon that, I'm going to say yes, Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Snapping his neck on, I think
woohoo!
It is during the Christmas season. I think it does end up on Christmas Eve or something. So this one, I'm going to say a big, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm up in the air on that one too. Just because it happens in the middle of the Christmas time, I don't know if we could constitute a Christmas movie.
Yeah. We're going to go with we don't know because we're just guessing on that one.
Let us know in the comments on that one.
Yeah. Okay. This one is actually kind of, I could see this one going either way. What about Batman Returns?
Ooh. Okay, refresh my memory. Batman Returns is the one with
the Penguin and
Catwoman, right. And that one is definitely in during Christmas because I remember them. Because I remember the Penguins walking down the street and it was all Christmassy. There was snowing in Gotham. And there was some other stuff with some presents, if I remember right.
Yeah, so I think the argument, I'm not sure, but I think the argument against it is, yeah, so it opens up with this like Christmas market, the lighting of the tree, so it's Christmas season. Yeah. And this big, fight happens. So it's definitely Christmas time, but I think the movie is like, why you would say it isn't, I think it lasts, the time span of the movie is a year. Because what happens next is the Penguin runs for mayor. So right. That always happens in the fall, right? So wouldn't that have to, maybe in this fictional world it happens in December too, but if you just go by like traditional American political seasons, it's usually, so if it's already Christmas season, unless they light the Christmas tree in like early November, because he still runs a campaign.
Well, doesn't he get like he doesn't he turn or something like that into the Penguin?
No, he starts off as the Penguin.
No, that's right. He starts off.
Yeah, he starts off as the Penguin, and Catwoman is the one who turns into Catwoman because she's a secretary. She's like they're trying to play Michelle Pfeiffer off as some like nerd. They just put glasses on one of the hottest women ever and say, "Oh yeah, she's a nerd and bad,"
Yeah, kind of like what they did with Harley Quinn, and she was supposed to be a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so her boss throws her out the window, but her fall gets broke by all these like canopies, and then she hits the ground like all these cats like start nipping at her.
Yeah, I remember that.
So she turns into Catwoman, but no, he was born.
That's right. Penguin. He was deformed.
Yeah, and his parents sent him on the road. So
yeah,
I'm gonna say as far as a Christmas movie,
it's a stretch. I mean, it happens in Christmas, and they've got some presents and some Christmas stuff, but the Christmas spirit probably really isn't there.
Not as much as the other ones is in your face. I'm going to go no.
I'm going to join you on this one, too. I'm going to say no. But,
it's close.
It's close.
Because that first scene is so, like, obviously Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Like you said, the tree lighting.
Now,
what else we got?
The next one, this one is a bigger stretch. Like, I would be surprised if this one is the movie Olympus Has Fallen. Again, we have terrorists. This time, actual terrorists.
Yeah, yeah.
So this one,
So wait a minute. Refresh my memory. Which one is Olympus?
Olympus
is
is
the second one or the first one?
no, it's the first one. So it's kind of confusing.
That's right, because UK has fallen was the second one, right?
Yeah, London Has Fallen,
London,
which is a
that's it.
great movie. I think it's
Yeah.
the best in the whole series. But this one is weird because at the same time, every once in a while, these movie production companies will do this. The one will have an idea for a movie, and then there's another one at the same within like 6 months with the same premise.
Yeah.
There was that one with Jamie Foxx and Channing Tatum.
Yeah, that's right.
I think that one was called
White House Down. Yeah.
So a lot of people get these two mixed up. This is the one with Gerard Butler and Morgan Freeman
Yeah,
and
because Morgan Freeman plays...
the vice president.
is he the vice?
Yeah.
Right. Because I remember all the decisions go to him because the president is in the bunker,
Yeah.
but the bunker is being under siege and been taken over.
Yeah, so this one, the actual meat of the movie takes place on the 4th of July weekend. So why is it a Christmas movie?
You got me.
Because at the very beginning, what sets up the story is Gerard Butler.
Oh, that's right.
He's part of the Secret Service. He's protecting the president. So he's in charge of the whole unit. And there's a wreck where the president's wife dies.
Yeah.
And that happens on Christmas
Christmas.
at Camp David, I think.
Yeah.
So people are on the internet are stretching. Because we looked up a list to refresh our memories, and this one was on there. I think this one is an absolute no.
No. Just because they reference Christmas is not going to be in there.
Yeah. Even though it starts off a scene like other movies, it doesn't take place the majority there, which isn't the only requisite, but
It's really just a flashback.
It's really more of a 4th of July movie.
Yeah, I would say 4th of July.
I love that movie, by the way. Have you seen it recently, or?
I haven't seen it recently, but I remember when it first came out, I watched it. There's something about, seeing a C-130 fly up
Yeah.
fucking DC and just destroy everything.
My favorite thing in that movie is I love movies where there's one guy against a bunch of guys, but he has to. It's just like Die Hard, where he has to pick them off one by one, and at first the odds are so against him, and then each guy he takes out,
Yeah.
and he gets better and better. And the first guy he kills, it's so good. I'm gonna try to see if I can put the clip up here. He just he murders the guy and shit talks him as he's killing him. It's very much like Die Hard, and this is one of the Die Hard clones.
I still want to know if they actually have gun turrets on top of the White House.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Because I remember that one scene where they're going to storm it.
Yeah,
And
with the seals.
yeah, with the seals.
Dude,
and
what is it?
Just get wrecked.
What is with seals in movies where terrorists take over things that the seals just get wrecked?
Well, just going back to not Lethal Weapon, Die Hard. Remember the FBI comes in there and they were going to storm the building and they wound up just getting wrecked too.
Yeah, and what is it? Under Siege, where the seals are going to take over the.
Yeah.
They because they didn't think they had the codes for the weapon systems.
Yeah,
but they did. And they smoke them.
Oh yeah. Okay, so if you're a SEAL team in a movie, and then you're not a main character,
the movie's
you're
not
planning
about
on getting smoked. I mean, that's pretty much it.
You're just there to show how bad the bad guys are.
Yeah.
That's all you're there for. It's what did they say? Someone said that about the Big Show, the wrestler.
Oh yeah, he was just there to be set up as
Yeah, he wasn't that good of a This is all in the universe. He wasn't that good, but if you could beat him, that meant you were good. That's only as good as he was.
Well, that also showed how good your special move was because if you could choke slam the Big Show, it's oh, this is so powerful. Or
he did it to the 500-pounder.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he was kind of used as a gauge more than a wrestler type thing.
So I think we both agree. Olympus Has Fallen now.
Nah, that's definitely a no. That happens in a flashback, and then that has nothing to do with it.
I'm gonna go off the rails here. This one wasn't on our list, but what do you think? Just any of them. What about the Lord of the Rings trilogy? You don't know when it's set. It's set over multiple years, but does it encompass? Because this is kind of meta. It came out during Christmas, and it's so synonymous with that season. If you were our age and that movie was such a big thing. It came out during that time of year, so it just felt like a Christmas thing.
I'm going to say no. I don't think Mordor has a Santa Claus. And if he did, it'd be fucking
Gandalf.
Awesome. All right, now, okay, you're stretching. You're stretching, but I like where you're going.
He brings fireworks and weed to the... No, he takes the Hobbit's weed. But he brings fireworks. I guess it's...
But he smokes it later.
Yeah. That's why he's dull, right?
Yeah. Well, I told you my theory
What?
that Gandalf was actually quite a bit of an asshole because he basically told all the hobbits and stuff to leave before he, defeats the Balrog, just so he can get the experience points for it. Because what happens is he defeats the Balrog, he gets the experience upgrade, and the next time they see him, he's now Gandalf the White, which he's fucking leveled up at this point. So he's a bit of an asshole for basically telling the raid group to go, leave, and he's going to sacrifice himself, but he actually kills him and takes all the XP.
Well, does that make him an asshole, or does that mean he was just doing what needed to be done? Because in the Two Towers, remember how in the Battle of Helm's Deep, how he brought the reinforcements?
Yep. Oh.
And the reason why they were able to beat the spear line with their charge, he blinded them all.
Did he blind them, or was it the sun just coming up?
Well, I think maybe it was the sun, but he had blinded the other three.
He did. He did do that before.
So maybe he amplified the sun.
I think he just leveled up.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate. Maybe he's not an asshole. He could be, though. I'm not saying he's not.
I mean, if you had magic powers, would you be an asshole?
I'm already an asshole with the powers. But maybe you're onto something. So the new question is Gandalf an asshole?
That sounds like another topic for another show.
No, today, because he's always like mistreating, especially Peregrine Took.
Oh yeah,
remember when he
doesn't like them.
He knocks the armor down the well to alert all the goblins.
Right.
And he berates him. He's like, fool of a Took.
That's right. Because they kind of had it coming too, because they were kind of the mischief assholes of the two. They weren't even really supposed to be part of this. They just kind of snuck in and done their own thing. But yeah, I think Gandalf is secretly just a dick.
But then again, if he didn't knock the armor down the well, let the goblins know they were there, the Balrog doesn't come out, so he doesn't gain that experience points to then win
so
the
you're
day.
saying it's all part of his plan?
It's not necessarily part of his plan, but it was all like it had to happen.
Yeah, true.
But I guess it wouldn't mean he's not an asshole. I think we've gotten a little bit off the rails here.
But he did Leroy Jenkins into the whole Balrog thing, though. But yeah, we kind of got off the Christmas thing. I do not think it's a Christmas movie, even though the movie did come out around Christmas time. Although I think it would be kind of cool if they did do a expansion or something.
Like the Star Wars Christmas special?
Oh, no. Don't. Oh. I wasn't alive then, but I know, and I haven't seen it all, but I know enough to know that it was terrible.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the one where it's like Chewbacca is like a deadbeat dad or something.
Something like that, yeah.
He's like,
just come to find out he's got children or something. They had little Wookiees running around.
But it's not even like, it's like weird. It's like a bunch of musical numbers and stuff. And it's just like real fucking awkward. This
was back when they just had Star Wars come out and they were playing off the first one. And so there was no lore for the second one or third one. And so it's like they were just kind of making shit up, and everything at that point was going to be canon because nobody knew anything what was going to happen with the other ones. So they're just throwing shit out there. Yeah, I've seen a video talking about it, but I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention, but the scenes that I've seen made my eyes burn. Yeah, everyone knows it's like universally hated. Yeah. So I mean, I would still watch the Lord of the Rings Christmas special, but I'm not going to ask for it. Yeah, true. I don't know. It'd be interesting. What do you think about the new Peter Jackson? Have you heard he's making a new Lord of the Rings movie? No, I haven't seen that one. What's he doing? It's supposedly, and I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be doing this one. It's The Hunt for Gollum. Do you remember in The Fellowship of the Ring? So Bilbo Baggins goes away, gives the ring to Frodo. Yeah. And then Gandalf gets tipped off that it might be something nefarious, so he has to go study. In the movie, it's like a quick cut, like you think it's like a week. Apparently, it's like a long time. Really? So in the whole time, Gandalf finds out that it's like the Ring of Power, and it's fucking bad news. And so he's like trying to track like the lineage of where it is, and he's trying to find out if anybody knew that Bilbo had it. So he tracks the history down to where Gollum, because he's the one who found it in the river. Right. He had it, and remember they torture Gollum, and he tells him the Shire. Right. So this movie's about, apparently, everybody's looking for Gollum. So it's not a prequel, it's actually stuff that happened in between? In between the same one movie, The Fellowship, I think. Yeah. So That's different.
To me, I'm kind of worried because it's like they're gonna have to make a bunch of stuff up. And as you see with like when they go away from source material, it's kind of bad. But on the other hand, Peter Jackson.
Yeah. He's got a good track record.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it all kind of depends on what the story is. Because look what happened with The Witcher. The Witcher was really good for the first 2 seasons, and all of a sudden somebody got involved with it and just completely tanked it for the last one.
Yeah, I think they changed the showrunner and they stopped listening to Henry Cavill, and then they got a new Henry Cavill, didn't they?
Yeah, they got a new Henry Cavill. They tried to go on, but basically the Henry Cavill seen what was going to happen, and he went, "Fuck this, I'm
Peace.
out."
Yeah,
it's like you guys don't know what you're doing. You're like in left field considering what the source material is, and I'm not doing this.
Yeah,
and he got out basically at the right point because it was the right decision.
Yeah, now I need to watch that because what turned me off of the first season was the nonlinear storytelling, and people told me that it gets better, but it just was. It seemed, and it's like justified at the end. But to me, when the first 2 or 3 episodes, like this is like, why don't you just tell the story in order?
Because they'll have like one episode where it's just back with Yennefer when she was before she was. What'd you call her? A witch, a mage, or whatever?
I think so. I only saw 2 episodes, but I think she was a mage. Or
so yeah, it does jump back and forth. But once they get the backstories of the characters laid out later on, then it's pretty linear at that point. But if you just got to slog through that first 5 or 6 episodes where they get the backstories fleshed out.
They were saying like towards the end of it, like it's worth it to be nonlinear, but which I don't mind because, like Pulp Fiction is the.
We're not even going to talk about that one. That one's confusing as hell.
That one's definitely for another time. And maybe we will do the Gandalf. We'll go a full deep dive on is Gandalf a prick?
I mean, if I had magic powers, I'd be an asshole too. But if you talk to my wife, I'm already there. So.
Well, as you can see, this one went off the rails. The original topic was Die Hard, and then it became his Die Hard, a Christmas movie. And then within that episode, we started talking all kinds of stuff. But
yes, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, we didn't really feel like we needed to harp on it the whole time because it's like clearly.
Yeah.
You're just a loser if you think otherwise. What is your favorite part in Die Hard?
If you go back and watch it, it's actually all the little one-liner jokes after everybody gets killed.
Yeah.
If you watch it and pay attention to it, after John McClane kills one of the terrorists every single time, there's always a one-liner or a little quip or something that comes out of it. I mean, most notoriously is the now I have a machine gun, ho, ho, ho joke.
Yeah.
But even when, what's the main bad guy's name again?
Hans Gruber.
Even when Gruber kills Tanaka, he says a little cute little one-liner joke about it. So and it's just kind of a little running gag with everybody that's killed. There's some little trope or something that happens. If you pay attention, they're kind of funny. Yeah,
and then I think the best thing about this movie is like everything's done very well, but I think the best thing is like they chose the right actor, and there was some controversy, right?
Oh yeah, they didn't want Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis was like last on the list.
They wanted Arnold,
they tried to get Arnold, Stallone. Charles Bronson. They tried to get anybody and everybody because Bruce Willis at the time was known for comedies. Mm-hmm. He didn't do any action. This was actually one of Bruce Willis's first breakout action roles that made him an action hero.
Yeah.
And it kind of snowballed from there, but the studio did not want him. He was like a last pick.
Yeah, he was like a semi-known, like I said, comedy actor, but he was like he was like a down-to-earth, like, he wasn't he was in shape, but he wasn't like shredded or like,
Oh, he was your standard dude.
Yeah. Like you could tell like he could handle himself in a fight, so it was believable. But like he was easy to root for. Like his personality was awesome. Like, and he delivered you could tell he did a lot of his stunts. Like maybe not the big ones, but like he did.
Yeah, I got some good ones on the stunts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so the scene in the elevator where he's got the MP5 and he's hanging out the side of the little vent and the strap breaks and he falls and catches himself? That was actually a screw-up.
Oh.
That he wasn't supposed to fall. The stuntman that was actually doing that did fall and he didn't catch himself on the ledge and he fell a couple stories and actually did catch himself where he caught. And once they found out that the stuntman was okay and he recovered, they're like, cool, we're using that in the movie.
Oh.
Because he was actually supposed to swing over, catch the ledge, and then go do what he was going to do.
Oh.
Where the famous scene where he turns the lighter on, and he's doing the little thing through the vent. But actually, the scene before that wasn't supposed to happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so it's kind of they left it in just because it looked cooler that he dropped a few stories versus just kind of swinging over.
Yeah, that is. I heard some a bunch of facts about it, but I don't think I've ever heard that one.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Yeah, he's just easy to root for, and he's able to do all the physical action required, and he's getting his ass kicked the whole time.
Oh yeah, he's one of those.
He doesn't dominate every fight.
Yeah. It goes back to the other movie we've seen with the stuntman, where he gets his ass whooped every single time.
Parole violators.
Yeah,
that one, they did it right in that one too. It's where they make the hero not so untouchable, like Steven Seagal or something.
Yeah. Where it's in his contract that he doesn't get hit or whatever. Another good one that I didn't know about, but that, the famous line, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker," when he's calling him a cowboy.
Yeah.
That actually was not in the script.
It was improvised.
It was improvised, and he was actually just doing it to get the crew a laugh. And it made it in the whole thing, and it's probably one of the most iconic lines, even to this day.
It's probably top 2 or 3 in that movie.
Oh, yeah. Well, not... Probably, in movie history.
Yeah, it's probably top 25 in movie history, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You just reminded me, this is off topic again, but you said Steven Seagal in his contract. I think it actually is.
Yeah, he does. He has a clause in some of his contracts that he can't lose a fight.
There was this, so the show that kind of did a lot of inspiration for us making a show was So Bad It's Good. And they watched this movie with Steven Seagal and Mike Tyson. It's a movie that China made.
Yeah, I seen that one, and they couldn't have Steven Seagal get his ass whipped so bad. There was something in there that they had to kind of make a draw or something.
Well, no, Mike Tyson wins the fight, I think, if I remember right. But the way that the people on the show that I was watching, So Bad It's Good, they said that what they think happened was they just shot a bunch of stuff and then they edited it to where he lost after he left, because he was probably there for they were saying that he's probably there for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And that's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
He's I like his movies. I like his old movies.
I like his older stuff, yeah.
Yeah, his new stuff is garbage, obviously, but his old movies are pretty fun.
Yeah.
So I don't hate him like everybody else does, but it's funny that he's such a prick. He's so egotistical, I could never lose.
Yeah.
And they did that to him. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I know. But there's a whole bunch of little nuances to Die Hard. I mean, it's not just an action movie. It's a feel-good Christmas movie.
Oh, yeah. Really gets you in the holiday spirit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, don't you go and storm a building during Christmas time, too?
I try to, but I can't always get, it's busy and stuff, so I do my best.
Well, you haven't lived till you've thrown a German guy out of a 30-story building.
Well, who says I haven't done that?
True.
Yeah, so we were in agreement. Most of these movies were in agreement. The only one, I think that Lord of the Rings might be a Christmas movie. But anyways,
okay.
Do you have anything else on Die Hard?
No, I'm good on Die Hard. I'm pretty much settled my case that, it's a Christmas movie, and if you're of the other opinion, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Go watch the movie again.
If you have any friends and you have this debate, just send them this clip, this episode, and they'll shut up. We promise. If not, you get your money back.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, we'll see you guys later.
All right. See you on the next one, everybody. Have a good one.